Good morning. Good morning. I think now it's working. I was with the wrong microphone. So, good morning or good afternoon if you are in Europe, and good even sooner morning if you are on North America, or good morning if you are on Brazil or any place near Brazil. First of all, I would like to know where are you from? What are you uh, listening to us, watching us, and if you are on LinkedIn, if you are on YouTube, or if you are on Facebook, I would like to know it. Today we are doing something different. We are transmitting this live presentation, this webinar, to almost every platform we are on, and we are planning to do more in the future. So we are testing things. Bom dia, Benoit. Thank you. I see a lot of people from LinkedIn. Nice. Some people from YouTube. Just checking out if everything is working. Yes, it's working on Facebook, YouTube, and also on LinkedIn. So nice. Because it's the first test we're doing on webinars on all platforms at the same time. So I'm Artur Schaefer, I'm GLPI Tech Writer, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about the Advanced GLPI Dashboards. Not just a plugin, but a concept. So we are going to dip into this feature we have in GLPI, and some of you don't know it, or some of you know it, but never used it. So it's a plugin, but we have also other things to look when we are starting to talk about the GLPI Advanced Dashboard. So first of all, let me just introduce you to GLPI. If you haven't heard about GLPI, yeah, is it okay? Yeah, is it okay? If you haven't heard about GLPI, first of all, I have a challenge for you. It doesn't matter where you are, but we have a challenge, and I would like you to participate and win a surprise. First thing is to take a photo of yourself, or just of your screen, or of just myself, it doesn't matter, and post it on LinkedIn, just on LinkedIn. If you're not using LinkedIn, just log in there and then post it there and tag us, GLPI developed by TechLead. And then we are going and follow the page for sure. And we are going to contact you for you to win a surprise. I will remind you of this during the whole webinar, so do it. It's a good challenge. It's nice to know you, know who are watching us, and talk to you. I personally like to go into every profile and speak with people that are there. So we are looking on social networks. So first of all, if you don't know TechLib, let me just let the tag here, right? If you don't know TechLib is a company from France, and we are publisher of GLPI since 2015. We just work with open source software. So at the moment, we are the editor of the world's most deployed ITSM solution, which is GLPI. That's why you are here, to learn about GLPI. We have more than 60 employees all around the world. We are not just in France. For example, I'm in Brazil. So we have people in Brazil, we have people in Italy, we have people in Spain, in Poland. So we have people almost in every continent of the world. We have a professional subscription-based business model. So we have an open source tool, but we also make this possible using the professional subscription model. And I'm going to talk about this in the next minutes. We rely a lot on community contributions, and we not just rely on them, but we also contribute to the community, because every software that we do is open source. Nothing is private. And we distribute it using a network of integrators. Now we are in more than 100 integrators, partners all over the world. So if you don't know one, you can navigate into our GLPI partners page, which is going to be on the QR code here on the top. And you can find all of our partners and look for a partner that is near or next to your company. And if you want to become a partner, for sure, you can also talk to us. GLPI is Today, deploying more than 180 countries, and it's supported in more than 60 languages. And here we rely on community because we need people from other countries to contribute to the translation of GLPI. But at the moment, we support GLPI in over 60 languages. We have more than 10 million users using GLPI and over 50,000 cloud instances created on our servers. And here I'm talking a little bit about the GLPI network, which is the model that we work with, which is the subscription model. We have three options for those who want to use GLPI on premises. So if you are a basic, standard, or advanced client, you can use some of our exclusive plugins and also have support from the level 3 editor of the software. GLPI network cloud users are all over the world. We have servers in Europe, in Asia, in North America, and we are spreading it out to other places as well. So you can also look onto our roadmap and make sure that you understand how GLPI is evolving. So we are going to other places because we want to be next to our clients. At the moment, we have most of our clients in Europe and in South America, but we are improving this. And when we talk about the cloud instances, we can speak a little bit about the models that we have on cloud. We have the private cloud and the public cloud. The names are for shared resources and dedicated resources. The public cloud is for our shared resources. The small companies, less than 25 users, you can use GLPI public cloud. So there are some features that are different between two of them. But if you are a small company, you can go into public cloud. And if you are a bigger company, needs more space, you have more than 25 users, you can rely on private cloud. Here are some of our partners that I've told you before. So all the GLPI network partners, they are spread all over the world, even in the middle of the ocean. So we have a lot of partners. So if you are a partner and you are here, thank you for your presence. Say hi on the comments. Don't forget the challenge. Don't forget the challenge. I will let here all of our social networks as well, so you can read the QR code. I have changed the QR code to the GLPI networks, so you can find all of our social networks. So LinkedIn, YouTube, Discord, we are everywhere. So click there and find us, follow us, comment, communicate with us, because we like to be with you. So let's start what we are here for. Some of you have already known GLPI. Probably most of you are here because you already know GLPI. And I will not dive into all the features that we have in GLPI, but GLPI has already the possibility, gives you the possibility to manage hardware, software, licenses, contracts, financial data. Almost everything that an IT service department needs to manage can be managed through GLPI. But let's imagine the situation where your CEO or your manager walks in your room and asks, what's the status of our critical IT assets, or why are the incidents in the finance department taking twice as long to be resolved? You know the answers because you are working every day on tickets. You are doing the job, so you can explain, but you can't prove it. You can't show it. That's why we have reports. That's why we have all the things that can bring some light to data. Because having the medical record that we have in GLPI, like the number of tickets that were created, the number of tickets that were resolved, the number of tickets that is with the SLA breached, without having the opportunity to show these to other people, to your manager, to your coordinator, doesn't matter who, but you need to find a way to show these reports. Sorry, chat. Good. So when we dive into GLPI, we have 3 ways of creating reports in GLPI or dashboards in GLPI. The first one would be like the CSV export. So you can do a search in GLPI and then export it to CSV and treat it in, a spreadsheet. Create graphics, create analysis using a spreadsheet tool like Google Sheets or Excel or whichever tool you use for that. The other way would be creating saved searches. Some of you maybe already know saved searches, and we have some videos and also some content on our documentation about the saved searches, which are a very nice tool. I do like saved searches. And using the existing dashboards. Since GLPI 9.5, we have implemented dashboards into GLPI. So every time you open GLPI, you can see these dashboards and they are modifiable. You can create your own, you can change the dashboards using data that makes sense to you. So in this case, here we have the default dashboard, but we could change for other kinds of dashboards, widgets and cards that we have for dashboards that are built in. But let's imagine that you want to customize the numbers that you see there, the things that you want to see there. This is not possible until now, because now you can use the Advanced GLPI Dashboards, which is a plugin that can create some new cards from the saved searches that you created before. So you created a saved search to understand how many computers are with no warranty, for example, and you want to see the number of computers with no warranty, or you want to see the list of these computers on your dashboard. You can do it using Advanced GLPI Dashboards, and also using SQL queries. So you can create SQL queries if you understand a bit about SQL. Are you familiar with SQL queries? But nowadays, I think SQL queries are very easy to do. I know you use AI. This plugin is available through our standard and above subscription. It's useful to tell you that. Let me just take some water. Good. And for all of our clients on cloud. So if you open an instance right now on the cloud, you can count instantly on with the availability of this plugin. So you can create your instance, create some data there, or you can also ask for to insert your data into this database to try, and then you can use Advanced Dashboard instantly. When you create a saved search, I will show you how to create that. I think it's easier. So let's come to a different place here, standard interface. So here we have GLPI. Let me see if I have some chats. Great. Right now I'm using a script. This is good. This is nice, Virginie. Thanks. Right now I'm using a script on server to have a weekly report, then use it on Power BI. That is nice because GLPI can also be integrated to external tools like Power BI or Metabase, because we also have a plugin called Metabase where you can see the dashboards that you created on Metabase inside GLPI without having to go out GLPI, without having to open a new tab. You can see a tab here. But today we're talking about the advanced dashboard. So let's take a look into tickets, for example. I could create here a saved search. So to create a saved search is very simple. You will do what we want to do here. Let's give me an idea of a saved search to see if it's possible to do it, because I don't have too many data in this instance, but give me an example of saved search you would like to see on a dashboard, please, if you have some. Let's say the last solution status was refused. I don't think I have a refused ticket, so I'm doing it. I will take a ticket here, an example. I will solve it and refuse it. So here's a template. Okay, add. And then I will refuse it. It didn't work. Refuse. So ticket is refused. If I come back to tickets and look for solve, last resolve. Is refused, I'll see one. So now I have a saved search to find how many refused tickets I have in the moment. So I will save it as a saved search. So I can click on save current search. I will give it a name. So refused solutions. Make it public. It's important to be public. I will choose the entity. In this case, root entity and all above, all below. I will add it. And then now I have a saved search. So saved searches could be used clicking on tickets and clicking here on show saved searches. I have plenty of saved searches here, but I could find mine that I've created now. Refuse solution, and then click here and GLPI will filter to me in just one click. But I want to see it. I want to see it on my dashboard. So if I come back on the dashboard, I have plenty of dashboards. If you don't know dashboards in GLPI, you can create a lot of dashboards here and you can share them with profiles, users, and also with a direct link external. So if I open a new private browser tab here and copy this direct link, I will see it publicly. So make sure you share this link just with people that you rely on. So let's click here on assist on the technician view. I have created one before already, but let's create a new one. Let's create a new one just to show this one. So webinar, add. Then here I can insert some of my saved searches. So if I scroll down here and look into saved search, for example, number, I have, let's make it easier. So refused solution. So I have big number and I have the search results. So let's click here and let's click also on the refused list. So now I have also a list of tickets that were refused. Right now I have a dashboard with refused solutions tickets using the Advanced GLPI dashboard to have this dashboard on my GLPI, but the saved search doesn't need the plugin. But the real hint here, the real thing here are the questions. So if you click on tools and on advanced dashboard, we can see here that I've already created some questions that will make my life easier. So if I click here on, for example, the inactive users, I'll see a query that will, it's in Portuguese, so inactive 30 days, sorry, so recent access, so it's easier. Access, recent access, inactive 30 days, never logged in. Save. So right now I have a query that says to me that 4 users have accessed my instance in the last 30 days and 7 have never accessed or logged in into GLPI. This is a query. As you can see here is a SQL query. And the thing is, you can create a new query here. So like test webinar, and then active it. You can create a comment if you want. And when we click on SQL editor, it is like having an auto suggestion tool. So it will bring the tables from GLPI It will bring the columns, and it will also help you with the commands for SQL. For sure, you can create your SQL queries externally and then bring them here so you can see all the questions in GLPI. I have created some to not waste your time creating queries during the presentation because it's not a SQL class. And for instance, I've created also a dashboard here called Technician View, which is an idea of what we could do. So here I have, for example, the numbers, big numbers for assigned tickets, the number of assigned tickets, and I have a filter. I could type myself here, and then the numbers will change because now I just seeing what I need to see when I'm a technician opening up GLPI. So assigned tickets that are to me and due today, the SLA were breached. So I have 2 SLA breached and no tickets of today. This is the time to own, the time of response, average time in seconds. And here I have a list of tickets requiring action. So some of these are from saved searches, and some of these are from the Advanced GLPI Dashboard questions. Here I have the tickets, the resolution on the last day. So I have solved 12 tickets on April 22nd. On April 23rd, I've done 4 and so on. Here I have the top tickets categories, and here the pending tickets list. This is a very useful dashboard for a technician. And this is also a good dashboard for coordinators. So how do you open up GLPI and see how your team is working? Here you can see that we have big numbers for not solved, SLA compliance, and I will show you how I did that. So for example, here, it's a saved, this is not a saved search, this is from built-in dashboard. So as you can see here, it's from the built-in part. You can find this query already in GLPI. This is the SLA compliance. This is from Advanced GLPI Dashboard plugin. I've created this query. I can show you after we finish this. The SLA breached, for sure, is from saved searches. I have plenty of saved searches. The result today, Advanced GLPI Dashboard. The backlog, Advanced GLPI Dashboards. So you can see that in GLPI with dashboards, you can create plenty of reports using saved searches, built-in cards on dashboards, and also your own queries using the SQL. Let's see some comments. I have plenty of them. Which computer? Let's see if I have one of these. I don't think I have Windows here. Maybe this one, it's Windows Server. No, I don't have one. But I could, for example, yeah, I have one here. So Windows 10 Pro. (22H2). So computers, let's filter operating system version 22H2. So I can search it, and then I can create a saved search saying public, so Windows 22H2. Yes. And I've created a saved search for that. So if I have any feature that shouldn't be used in my company that is in this 22H2, I can create a saved search for that. I saw an external ID field in the report. Yes. Let's open this. Every ticket since GLPI 11 has on our right an external ID field. So this is built in. This is standard in GLPI. You can use the external ID for a lot of situations, and you can use it on API and webhooks as well. So yes, this is already in GLPI 11. Steve, I see your comment. Contact us. I will probably, Steve, I will ask someone from the team to send our email. Flavia, if you are online, please send an email to Steve so we can maybe talk a little bit about that. Are all the cards, Angel from LinkedIn, are all the card types automatically generated with the same saved searches? I don't know if I correctly understood. No, you can create different saved searches for different cards. Actually, after you create a saved search, you have a different card. And Sebastian, are SQL dashboards clickable like big numbers? They are if you insert the link. So if I come here into in Tools, Advanced Dashboard, Questions, for example, unassigned, I can run it. And then on Setup Fields, I have an URL. So unassigned users, for example, will be the main label that will be shown there. And the URL, I can create a URL that will, for example, filter in GLPI and then drive it to there. But this is also a feedback we had from another conversation, that the SQL could be also like the built-in cards. But let's say, for example, I want to drive them to the help center. So help GLPI project. Oops, HTTPS help.glpi project.org. Big number, I can save fields and preview. Okay, an assigned user, if I click here, I will be on my help center. So I could, for example, take a filter for that and then show the filter when you click on the card. That's a good question, friend. It probably will impact on performance. So it's important to measure that. Once you create it, you will do some queries on the server and create some queries every time you open the dashboard. So probably it will impact, but I don't have all the numbers for that. That is a good question. I read about Metabase. What's the difference with dashboard GLPI? The dashboard in GLPI is built in. You don't need to create anything else. You just need to create the SQL queries or the saved searches and then add the cards to your GLPI dashboard. And the Metabase is an instance, a different server or service that you need to set up, connect to your database, create all the queries and dashboards there, and then bring data to GLPI using our plugin called Metabase. This is a bonus for today. This is a bonus. First of all, have you tagged us on LinkedIn? So if you look onto in our plugins list, we have the Metabase here. I haven't configured it in my instance, but I will show you the Metabase that I've done. Also the same queries that I've done on the Advanced Dashboard, I also made on Metabase. So if I click here and share this tab instead, I can see almost the same things that I've created in GLPI, but this is a different instance. This is not in GLPI. I have to manage a different instance, a different server, create new queries, and so on. But I can show them in GLPI using our plugin. When I enable this plugin and I connect it to my Metabase instance, I can see a new tab here saying Metabase, where I can see all my views that I've created in Metabase. So the main difference between Metabase and Advanced GLPI Dashboards is complexity. If you have Metabase, you need to manage another server, another service, and you need to integrate it to GLPI. If you don't want to have another instance, you can use Advanced GLPI Dashboard plugin and then just show all of your saved searches that you use every day as numbers, as cards in GLPI, just creating your dashboards as you want. Here I have started one. I didn't finish this. Here I have another for cloud inventory, but I don't have any cloud instances in my GLPI. So this is also a plugin in GLPI that is called Cloud Inventory that you can install and see. But I hope I could answer your question about the difference between Metabase and Advanced GLPI. No, Sebastian. Now I understood. No, at the moment, it's not clickable to see the list of tickets, but you can create the advanced dashboard query that gives you a list and then add the list to the dashboard. So for example, if I come back here on ticket in dashboard, let me see if I have one question that says that advanced dashboard. 7 days. I'm not sure I have one. No. Next one. Next one. I don't have any. No. I don't have any list of a SQL that could be shown. But if I have a list, I could insert as a list in my advanced dashboard. Jerome, if you are a client of Infotel, you can call the support and then they can help you for sure. Anything else? All right, I've got it. Thanks. And right now I'll open for questions if you have some that I haven't answered before. No questions? So guys, I hope you had a very good hint of what we can do with Advanced GLPI Dashboards plugin. I hope you can find also our saved searches. I will share with you something that some of you have also asked for. If you scan this is also a surprise. If you scan this QR code here, you're going to see the database DB docs, the database schema that we have in GLPI. So I'll share this also on my screen. As you can see here, the GLPI 10 that will be just for security on May, but will be updated just the security patches. It will be just the GLPI 11 will receive bug fixes. But if you click here on GLPI 11, you can see the schema of our database. So if you want to create your queries, you can use it as a documentation for you. This is nice. I do like it. And I will also let here a QR code for you to access our help center. There we have a lot of documentation about the saved searches, all of our features, and everything related to GLPI. You can find it there. And for sure, don't stop here. You can create your GLPI network cloud right now for 45 days and try not just the Advanced GLPI Dashboard plugin, but also all the other plugins like the WhatsApp, like the, let me open here, all the plugins we have, because we have a tab for there. We have all of these plugins that are exclusive and you can test them on the instance. So for example, the OAuth SSO, collaborative tools, branding, holiday, SplitCat, and also GLPI AI, cloud inventory, approval by mail, advanced dashboard. So everything is instantly available for you to test on the cloud. If you are a client, you can already install it using the marketplace. If you don't have any other questions, I would like to thank your presence, your time, and I expect to have you, I hope to have you on the next webinar that's going to take place on the last week of, we are in April, of May. So I expect you there. And we are going also have an extra presentation on June. So be aware, follow us on social networks so you can know more about our, how can I say that? Our next events that are going to, if you haven't seen our newsletter, is also good to take a look on our newsletter, because on our newsletter you can also understand where we are, what are the events that are coming in presence or online, and also to understand what happened during the month. So look onto our LinkedIn. I'll show you again the QR code for our social networks. You can see here our social networks. I have some other questions here, but yeah, I will see the questions. If I can, I answer on LinkedIn, right? Because all of them are on LinkedIn, and then I can answer that. So with Advanced Dashboard, would it be possible to know the number of assets per user? Yeah, let's answer. Yes, if you create a query for that, you can create it on SQL, and then you can do the number of assets per user. It's doable for sure, and also with saved searches, I believe. Thank you. Have a nice day, and see you on the next web.